Welcome back, baseball fans, to the 76-7-8-9 Fall Carryover League. Tonight we are in the National League West. It's Giants-Dodgers. It's just not quite the luster we once had. The Giants, both teams started this series kind of stumbling into mediocrity. Giants won game one 9-1, and we thought, okay, so the Giants are going to make a move. Well, it didn't happen. Dodgers bludgeoned the Giants over the next two games. And when we look at the standings here, the Dodgers are a couple games over 500, a game behind the Astros, and the Giants are the only team in the division under 500. It's 8 years after the Summer League and the Fall League, and the Giants just never really rebuilt the team after, Willie Mays, Bobby Bonds, Gaylord Perry, Juan Marichal, all those guys. The replacements for all those guys they just could not keep pace with the Reds and the Dodgers, of course. And now you have Jack Clark, Mike Ivey, who's okay, a very old Willie McCovey, who's still good. It was like one of those comeback player of the year kind of cards. Darrell Evans is okay, but never really ever great. He's solid. Montefusco's best year, but it's okay. Not much. Dodgers are in their era. 76, 7, 8, 9. They would be, let's see, in 77 and 8, we know they win the West. 79 and 76, it of course belongs to the Reds. And the usual suspects are here, of course. Lopes, Buckner, Garvey, Say, Baker, Hooten, Sutton, Tommy John. Some weird other guys, are tossed in here, like Joe Coleman, Tom Bruno, Steve Stone. So, we're in LA, which means a little Steely Dan action. A little Gaucho action to get it started with. And it's Game 4, and today's Game 4 starters aren't very interesting either. We have John Uria. We saw him last time, I believe. Signed out of the St. Louis organization, I believe. Let me just double check that. Or actually, he may have... Yes, he started with St. Louis and got signed into the Giants. And Jim Umbarger. Jim Umbarger is pitching for the Dodgers. Signed out of the Texas Rangers organization. And let's get started here. Ron Pruitt leads it off with a walk. Larry Milbourne, 49, right. Jack Clark, walk. Mike Ivey, K, and with 2 outs, it is Dave Roberts. Bob's first. Bottom of 1, Lopes, 46, is a base hit. He is going to try and steal off Dave Roberts, and he steals second, and he does not get the T rating. Runner at second for Billy Buck. And Billy Buck, triple 1-5, double off his card, 1-0 Dodgers. Steve Garvey with a spoon, walks. 2 on for Ron Say. Dodgers have it rolling here in the first inning. Rolls it to first. Ivy's a 2-8 at first base, and they get the double play. And the runner goes to third with 2 outs for Ron Fairley. He pops to third. Dodgers messed that all up. 1-0 though. McCovey, 2-5 base hit. Rob Sparing, K's. LeMaster, center. Whitfield, 1-9. Triple 1-10, single at dot. Runs in the corners, 2 outs for Ron Pruitt, and he flies left. Bottom of 2, Johnny Baker, 2-8. That's going to be double 1-2 base hit. Johnny Oates and Marzies Oates and Little Lambs bounce to short. And Oates, 334. This is a single off of Johnny LeMaster of his domain. Runners in the corners for Landestoy. Playing back, 57 is a K. Up and hold with 1 out for Henderson. Former Giant. 4-7 is double 1-4 off of Uria. Single dot dot. Runners in the corners, 1 out. Up for Lopes. 2-9. Let's take a look at Dave Lopes' card. This is his 77 card. Not one of his better years, not the best, but only 11 homers here. He would hit 30 one of these years. This is a single dot dot, and the Dodgers got a roll in the second. 3-0. Runners in the corners. Up and hold for Billy Buck. 59, second C. Runner has to hold. Second and third, 2 outs for Garvey. You know, big hit here, Steve. He rolls the second. He's a 4E30, and it's a single off the lousy second baseman, and that's going to score another run. Runs to the corners, 2 outs for Ron Say. Rolls a second. 4-0 Dodgers. In the third, Larry Milbourne, 57 Ks. Jack Clark, 110. Triple 1 to 15 is a triple. Let's take a look at Jack Clark's card. His 78 card with the Giants. This is when he took stage. The new regime out west, made a few All-Star games, and then ended up on the Padres and on the Cardinals, and had a lot of injuries and that sort of thing. Mike Ivy, 32, short. Let's look at Ivy's card too, since these are the best guys on the Giants. This is the big 79 year. He had a couple good years with the Giants. This ground ball to short will score the runner from third, and it's Dave Roberts who Ks. Okay, 4-1 Dodgers. Ron Fairley, 66, pops the second. Dusty Baker walks. Johnny Oates, base hit, runners in the corners are going to bring it up for Landestoy, 57's a K, and with 2 outs, it's Ken Henderson. He bounces a short. LeMaster's a 3E34, and he is master of his domain. He makes the play at shortstop. It stays 4-1. Giants have a chance. Get back in this thing. Willie McCovey, ball 4. Let's take a look at McCovey too. Now, this was a kind of a comeback player of the year sort of thing. 1977, he reemerged, hitting 28 homers with a .280 batting average after being exiled to San Diego. Rob Sparing flies to right. Johnny LeMaster, 49 right, and with 2 outs, Whitfield Ks. Bottom of 4. 4-1. Lopes again, 27 Ks. Buckner, 66, pops that out. And Garvey, skies left. We're in the 5th. Rolling along here in Dodger Stadium, Ron Pruitt, 1-9. Triple 1-3 base hit. Larry Milbourne, 69. Single 1 to 6, doesn't get it. Jack Clark, 2-3, pops first. And Ivy, the ever dangerous one, K's on a 3-7, just misses the 2-run blast. Bottom of 5, Ron Say. 111 short. Ron Fairley, pitcher. And Busty Baker. Busty Taker bounces to short. LeMaster makes the play again. The Giants are settling down. John Uria, after getting blasted in the early innings, he has retired 8 in a row. We got a ball game here in Dodger Stadium. Giants want to tie this thing up, send it back to Candlestick. Dave Roberts in the 6th, 1-8 Ks. Willie McCovey, 1-6, 1-8, double. Just missed it. Rob Sparing, 3-6 walk, and the tying run is Johnny LeMaster of his domain. Might as well take a look at his card. He double on a 14. That's a single ... And we got runners in the corners with 1 out in a 4-2 game. Dodgers are going to bring it up for Whitfield. 43 left. This is Buckner, 2E5 and left, 2. Makes the play and no sac fly. So runners in the corners, 2 outs for Pruitt. And Pruitt, 37, is a walk. And the bases are loaded, 2 outs. And Umbarger is broken and about to leave and will leave. Sorry, Jim, but you can still qualify for a win, and you can still qualify for a loss. Good for you. Let's bring in Joe Coleman. Come trotting out of the Dodger bullpen. Kind of a checkered bullpen. Bruno's good at the end. Coleman's good at long relief. Stone and Waits, not so much. 6th inning for Coleman to relieve Umbarger. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Larry Milbourne, switch hitter. The pitch. 39 is a grounder to second. All right. 4-2. Bottom of 6. Uria, Oates, and Little Lambs. Eat Ivy grounds at first. Landestroy, 67, lines to third, and with 2 outs, Henderson, 38, is a walk. And Lopes, 66, center field. We'll go to the 7th. Oh boy, Jack Clark in the 7th of a 4-2 game. 4-10, skies it in the center field. This is Ken Henderson, former Giant, 2E6, always good for his defense. Known for his defense. The Giants cycled through a bunch of outfielders, now I think about it, because they had Gary Maddox for a little bit. They had Gary Matthews for a little bit. They, of course, had Ken Henderson and Willie Mays and Bobby Bonds and somebody else. Can't think. Oh, Jack Clark, yeah. So, yeah, they've been cycling through talent, and it hasn't really stuck. And they are kind of stuck here in the mid-70s. Mike Ivey, 1-3, flies to right. And Dave Roberts, 54, pops to second base. We go to the stretch here. And we mentioned it earlier, but we are listening to Gaucho, Steely Dan, 1979, because of the era and so forth and so on. Bottom of 7, 4-2 game. Uriah has come back with a vengeance. He's pitching his heart out after getting knocked around early. We're going to let him stick around, see if his team can come back and get him off the hook for the no decision or a win. Buckner grounds a third. Garvey with a spoon, singles. Ron Sehe, 4-10, center X. And that is Whitfield's a 4E4 in center. That's single ... And it's Fairley. And let's think about getting old Uriah out of here now. Yep. He's about to get lit up here. And it's, we want to get Fairley out of there. Let's go to Gary Lavelle. We got to go to the back end of the Giant bullpen here. Let's take a look at Lavelle. He's outstanding. We'll come on in the 7th against Fairley. I think you should pitch to him. I mean, Fairley, I think you should bat. You got a homer in 1-8. Let's take a look at Ron Fairley, actually. Yeah, this is a performance for the Toronto Blue Jays, and this is the answer of a trivia question. Who was the Toronto Blue Jays' first All-Star? The answer is Ron Fairley, who also played on the other Canadian expansion team in 1969, the Montreal Expos. Little Ron Fairley trivia there. And he's back with the Dodgers, a team he started with. So it's all come full circle. We got runners in the corners. The infield's up and holding. Ron Fairley against Gary Lavelle. The pitch, 58, is a strikeout. Well, that didn't work. Built the guy up, and then he strikes out. And with 2 outs, it's Dusty Baker, 59, rolls the second. Gary Lavelle does the trick. We got a ball game here in the 8th inning. It's 4-2. Coleman's good against lefties. He'll pitch to McCovey. 2-10, single and a 1, lines out. All right, now you got Sperry, LeMaster, Whitfield, but none of these guys are particularly good, so Coleman will stick around. 2-4 sparing, Sky's a center. And with 2 outs, it'll be LeMaster, 6-11, pitcher X. He's an E34, though. E34. He makes the play on a ground ball C. So Coleman did more than enough. He actually went 2 1/3 innings. Bottom of the 8th, Lavelle will pitch to Oates, who doesn't have a hit on his card against lefties. So Duffy Dyer will bat for Oates. Dyer, 56 is a K. Batting for Landestoy will be Bill Russell, a better defensive shortstop. 1-6 center. And with 2 outs, Ken Anderson will stay in the game for his defense. 2-7 is a K. Gary Lavelle, excellent job. 4-2 game in the 9th. And we got to turn this thing over to the Dodger closer, who you've probably never heard of. His name is Tom Bruno. Another guy taken out of the Cardinal organization with a .98 ERA. And if you look at his, he's not the typical closer as a relief 4 starter 7, but he's the best reliever they have, so they made him a closer. So in the 9th, Whitfield, Pruitt, Milbourne. Here come the Giants. One last gasp. Terry Whitfield, 66, pops a short. Ron Pruitt, 2-6 for Pruitt, is a ground in the 3rd. And with 2 outs, Milbourne's not really that good against lefties. Excuse me, against righties. And Bruno is good against lefties. Time for a pinch hitter. Oh boy. Let's go with Darrell Evans. We'll take a look at Darrell Evans' card. You all know him. From the Giants and the Braves. Darrell Evans needs to get on board to get Clark in the batter's box. Darrell Evans, the pitch. 57 off of Bruno is a strikeout, and the Dodgers get the win. And they do it by winning 3 straight after losing game 1 of the series. So, with that, Dodgers have woken up suddenly. And now we have the Dodgers and the Astros looking as the top guns out west. Bruno gets a save, strikes out of the guy in the 9th, but it was Joe Coleman's excellent setup man work. Retired all 7 batters. Umbarger gets a win. 6 hits and 2 runs. They were earned, walked 5, struck out 7. Lavelle actually was also good. Good bullpen work today. He struck out fairly and struck out 3 guys. 3 of the 5 batters he faced. Tough break for Uria. Struggled early, didn't have his stuff coming out of the bullpen, got roughed up early, then he settled down. But his team could not give him enough support to take him off the schneid. 10190, 108, 410, 6. 5836. So, what does this do year to date? In the crazy National League West. Well, it looks pretty much like, except for the Giants falling a little bit, it looks like what it usually looks like. The Dodgers are near the top of the Astros. So, year to date now, Dodgers are 10-7, hitting .274 with a surprisingly high 4.41 ERA, but my league ERA is 4.41. And the Giants, 4.44 now. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. League ERA is 4.44. That's almost 30 points higher than in the Summer League. Unbelievable. That reflects this expansion versus the expansion in 1969. There was actually more offense here, and I guess there was more pitching in the 69 expansion. Something like that. Giants hitting .285 with a 4.67 ERA. Not enough pitching for them. And when we look at the National League West, Astros and Dodgers are separated by a half game. Padres are still in there, treading mediocrity at 500. Giants a disappointing 7-12. That's it from the National League West. Hope you enjoyed the the fall league. We'll see you again next time.